Lionsgate. We are so excited. Tam's going to pop off because she's been on vacation. So we're giving her a very slow reentry process. So we're going to let her be. So Lionsgate. So 8-8. So we know it's August 8th. So that's beautiful. But what is happening in the sky? So what's happening is the fixed star of Sirius, which is on Orion's belt, aligns with the Leo sun. And so Leo's sun is bold and bright and fiery, and the sun is at home in Leo. So the sun is more of himself during this whole Leo time. And then we've got, the fiery energy of this prosperous and like manifesting time. And then we have Sirius, which is like, boom, I'm gonna like literally align and I'm gonna illuminate the sun. So imagine the sun being more illuminated. And that's it's actually the period of, some people say the 26th of July, some people say the 28th. So let's just say, the 20x of July until August 12th. But it's in direct alignment today. So every year people go cuckoo town over Lionsgate, and for real, like that's appropriate. And that's beautiful. And it's a day where we can say, how do we want to use that Jupiter energy? How do we want to use that manifestation and that abundant and effervescent, vibrant, expansive, benevolent energy? Yay. We want to use that all day long. And then we have Mars, where like Sirius is known to be like the planet Mars and the planet Jupiter together. And so Mars is that driver, is the go-getter, is the one that's going to make things happen. And so you take the trifecta, right? You've got the sun illuminating all the things, and in Leo it's being bold and bright and boisterous. And then you've got Mars, like, let's make it real, let's take action, let's go. And then you've got Jupiter saying, let's make it even bigger, let's make it even bigger. That feels really luscious. And so we celebrate Lionsgate. And because you're happening to like hang out with an astrologer right now, we can go a little bit deeper than that. Because you know what, we can take a section and say, I'm going to peel this and I'm going to just put the micro, like the microscope, like really, really focus on this one area. Yes, we can do that. And yet there's also this really potent, beautiful time with Leo, with Venus being retrograde. So Venus is asking us to take stock, to review, to assess how we are doing in our love, in our success, and in our money. So in our life, like, so if you think about like, okay, I'm going to then press on a little bit because numerology is a big thing right now because of that 8-8. It happens to be a 7-year. So when I look at this, again, I'm a strategist, so I look over a period of time and I look for cycles. I'm going to get back to the cycle that we're in with the other stars, of course, but I want to widen the lens. And from a numerology perspective, want to talk about the fact that this year is a 7. And what does 7 mean? 7 means like you've reached the summit. 7 means that you're like, okay, how am I doing right now? And this isn't a take stock isn't a gratitude. I mean, a gratitude exercise is wonderful. This isn't that. What this is a taking stock of like, what are you really proud of that you're doing? What do you have to like buckle up and remind yourself to do? And it could be something as simple as like, when I'm taking my vitamins every morning, or it could be I'm doing breath work right now, or it could be I've just, hired who knows, like a therapist, a personal trainer, I just made plans with friends. I just made travel plans. Like it can be across your life. We don't want to be so pedantic about it that we're like, okay, let's make the list of the things that we feel like we should be doing, right? It's the things that feel a little bit like, damn, it took me a hot minute to do that. So you're like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna own that. I'm gonna wear that. I'm gonna say, you know what? I am really proud of myself. This is Leo, right? I'm doing this because this is Leo. I'm gonna be really proud of myself for doing this, and I'm gonna kind of have a swagger about that. Like, wow, I've been waking up a little bit earlier in the mornings, or I've been taking a walk every day, or I've been drinking all the water I'm supposed to. Like, I'm trying not to make it sound like it's all like Virgo things, but Mars is in Virgo right now, so maybe that's why it's coming in that way. But yeah, we're taking stock. That's the 7. It's like you kind of reach the summit and you're like, this is where I am right now. Talk about being a great starting point, a great foundation point for you to then manifest more. Like that's a great jumping off point. And then you say to yourself, okay, what about a manifestation perspective? What about like that big, bold, boisterous, powerful, driven, like energetic fuel that we have? And I will say that we want to look at this to make a big dream, a wish, a leap, all the things of where we want to be this time next year. Because you want to talk about a bonanza of a bonanza, that's going to be an 888 because next year is an 8. So the last time we had an 8 year was 2015. And then the year before that was 2006. And all we're doing is we're taking the year and we're adding the numbers up together. 2 plus 6 equals 8. 2 plus 1 plus 5 equals 8. This year happens to be a 7 because 2 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. Next year, 2 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. So that's just how you come up with the 8 for the year. And so this year's a 7 year. And so a 7 is, where have I come? Where am I now? And then you like put that jackpot on or the chariot on and you say, where do I want to go? How do I want to propel myself? How do I want to get to that place of where I want to be? And I don't know why I would keep doing this. I mean, I could do this, right? But it's like taking of the leap. So for today, I'm looking at it like we're standing on the precipice of our future. This is a portal. So this is the futuristic energy. And so what do we want to do? I want to talk about the stars a little bit. I want to talk about those other planets that are conspiring to support us, to push us, to press us, to make us live our soul potential. That's really what they're all about. And so how do we want to do that? Well, taking stock and feeling really proud is a great positive influence to have as that foundation for that manifestation. And then looking at the other elements. So Venus is very front and center this month. So she's all about what's your style? How are you walking in life? How do you want to walk in life? Like, who are you loving? How are you loving? How do you want to be loved? How are you loving yourself? How are you in business? What does it mean to be successful? How are you satisfied? And then from a money perspective, are you feeling flush? Are you feeling comfortable? Are you feeling safe? Like whatever is important to you from a value perspective. Some people have the value of freedom for money. Some people have the value for joy. Some people have the value of safety. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just how do you feel? Because Leo is really all about the heart. Leo is about joy. Leo is about expressing yourself fully in the world, whether that's with a friend and a loved one, or whether that's with family, or whether that's on the big, large stage. Think of the lion. It's like the big, large stage. Okay, so I've yammered on a little bit about Venus. I've talked about Jupiter and Mars a little tiny bit. I've mostly talked about the sun. I've mostly talked about Leo because this is what it's really about. But there's another huge energy that's here today that is actually leading into the new moon on the 16th. So these other elements are important. We're in a blue moon month. There are 2 full moons, August 1st, August 30th. The middle point of that is the new moon, and that's next week. And the energy of the new moon is like the energy of tomorrow. Uranus is involved. Why do we care about that? Talk about being on the precipice, and Uranus goes, let's go, let's take the leap. Uranus is all about literally pushing you between your shoulder blades and going, go. And it doesn't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel like, oh, great, I'm ready, I've prepared. Uranus is like, we're going to go now. And right now, Uranus is wrangling with Venus. So again, I've talked about Venus. I talked about how are you showing up? How does success feel like for you? How does love feel like for you? How does money feel like for you? And then Uranus goes, boom, you're going to start now. So interesting. So how are you positioning yourself? How are you situated? How are you, what things have you put into place to help with that manifestation? Because today we're going to do ritual, and today we can sit and we can say we want to manifest, and we can set our intentions, and we can really vibe up that energy. And it's like, so what? If you don't do anything with it, it was a beautiful moment in time. It felt really good, but we want it to have the ripple effect in our life. You know, whatever that intention is, we want it to be able to come to be. We want it to be able to manifest. And so I will be honest with you right now. There is a little bit of a a conflict inside of me right now, because honestly, really, for reals, with all the stars, it's not the best time to manifest right now. It's really not. So I really questioned whether I was going to do this today, but I thought, you know what? It's a great time for wishing. It's a great time for dreaming. It's a great time for planting seeds. It's a great time for really gathering and fulfilling and like moving that momentum. So sure, yes, here we are. Okay, so all those things. So what I'm just looking to see if I run anything else. It's a great time for ideas, for solutions, for problem solving. It's a great time for releasing because the moon is waning. The moon is going from that full point on the 1st. She's releasing her energy until the 16th. When she comes back again, she starts fueling herself again, and then she starts waxing and then building until she reaches the 30th. So on that waning side, that letting go, that releasing side, of course, it's a great time for healing. Of course, it's a great time for setting the stage to make space, to create the momentum that you want, but it's not with actual like, hey, we're going to start manifesting today. It's with the, okay, let's gather, let's build the energy, let's really assess, let's really set those wishes and those dreams, and then we can go into the energies in a few weeks. Honestly, it's not till the middle of September, but that's the vibe, man, because that's what the planets are saying. So great, beautiful. Let's talk about some support. So I had cards out. Now, honestly, I didn't pull them for today, but I pulled them for the beginning of the month. It was actually for the full moon, and it's the opportunity card, which is a beautiful card. It's talking about saying yes to opportunities. And then the fortune card. You can't make this stuff up, right? So this is the card in the deck that everybody wants. They want the fortune card. Well, here it is. Look at those gold bars in the middle, talking about bringing good fortune, saying yes to opportunities. So it is a very opportune time. It's let's just level set, making the commitment right now without the expectation, because it's really about the commitment. Okay, we have 2 crystals that wanted to be here today. Tiger's eye, which, think about it. It's, yes, tiger, lion, right? I'm not trying to mix up my animals, but tiger's eye is beautiful. Tiger's eye helps you see clearly, but it really helps you step into your power. And think about this, the lioness, right? It's like very powerful time. It's like a roar, right? Like, how do you find your roar, which is beautiful. And then I've been dancing with my big old citrine for a while, and citrine wanted to come in today. So this is a big one. So I'm just gonna like just say like, yeah. So I'm going to infuse this energy into our meditation today. But what citrine is about, it's about prosperity. It's about manifestation. It's about creativity. It is about cleansing. It's about transmuting. It's about confidence. It's about power. I mean, these are beautiful. I mean, honestly, that yellow, the vibrancy of that sun, of that fire, it's like drinking fire right now. Oh, and apparently that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we are going to do ritual. And the reason why I say ritual and not meditation, it looks like and sounds like a guided meditation, but I'm actually infusing healing intention into it. And so good news is you will absorb and imprint and be able to take on whatever it is that you're ready for. So for some people, it might be like, look, I'm ready for a big old adjustment. Great. Some people are like, you know what? I want this much. Perfect. We set the intention that you receive what you're open to receiving and you're ready to receive, and the rest of it just kind of goes out, or it can be set for your future self. So we are going to go ahead. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. We're going to let all those words and all those energies and all those star imprints just literally like roll around. Just be able to cushion us if we want. We can wrap ourselves with them if we want. We can just be like, no big deal, whatever. They don't mean anything. They don't need to. This isn't for your mind. This part is for your body, it's for your soul, and it's for your heart. So we're going to go ahead and we breathe, because we're letting our body catch up to our mind. So we're going to go ahead and take an inhale or 2. We're going to just breathe in, and we're going to exhale. I'm going to breathe in again, and we're going to exhale. And can you feel that coming together? You can feel that settling in, and everything starts to align, because the best intentions and manifestations are when things are in alignment. So we align our mind and our heart and our will, or you can say it as if you align your mind, your body, your spirit. There's no wrong way to say it. They're just different. So breathe in, and I would love for you to feel that solar plexus, which is right under in your diaphragm, right underneath your rib cage. I would like you to feel it. You can put your hand on it if you want to do that. If you want to bring that intentionality and that energy down, we're bringing the energy down from your mind and from those thoughts swirling around and from the words that I'm saying, and we're bringing them down your throat, through your heart, down into that solar plexus. You can pause there if you'd like, or you can continue down to your sacral, your root, down into the ground, beautifully grounding, because we want it to manifest. We want it to be real. We want to have those seeds grow and the evidence of our wishes and dreams come to be in our life physically. And we're going to return our focus back to that solar plexus. And we're going to allow the pulsing, that beautiful pulsing, like the lion's roar or the sunlight or the fire. And we're going to intentionally bring that energy of the tiger's eye and of the citrine. And the tiger's eye, we're going to allow it to move up our body. So the tiger's eye, we're going to allow it to move up our heart, up our throat, into our third eye and our crown, so we can quote unquote see clearly. Going to move that up into the heavens. And then we're going to drink down that heavenly energy filled with light and love and support and guidance and lusciousness. It's like liquid fire right now. So I'm going to just drink that right in. We can drink it into our chakras if we like, or we can envision it like wrapping around us like liquid gold, liquid firelight, liquid sunlight, and just wrapping it around so we feel illuminated, we feel lighter, we feel ignited. And allowing that energy come past our shoulders, down through our heart, down our chest, down through our body, our hips, our knees, our ankles, down into the earth. And we've surrounded ourselves with, if we want it to be firelight or sunlight, even starlight, if you want it to be that liquid gold. If we love the crystals, it can be the beautiful citrine or the tiger's eye, whatever you like. You can take the pieces that you adore and that you relate to, and you can leave those others behind. And as we're breathing that in, I would love for you to ignite the fire of you. How do you love to express yourself and be loved? And what is it that you desire? Is there some problem that you'd like to solve? Is there some block that you'd like to release? Is there some obstacle you'd like to overcome? Let's set the intention for that now. And using this releasing and retrograde energy, allow the support to come in and allow that to be the letting go, the dissolving, the melting to start now. And as we take a breath in, we're gonna then go into that 8-8 energy. And we're gonna say, okay, what is in our wishes and dreams? What newness would we adore? Something that we've been wishing, something that we've been dreaming, something we've been imagining, something we've been observing and in and around, that we say, you know what? That would be beautiful if I could pluck that for myself. If I could wear that, own that, walk with that, be with that. So we're standing on the precipice. We're creating space for our growth, and we're setting our intentions about what it is we would like to create in our lives. And again, it can be practical. It can be a new car. It could be, a new something, right? Like it doesn't have to be this big abstract. This isn't a should. This isn't a what will people think? No one's thinking anything. This is you. What would make your life easier? What would feel so delicious to have? What would satisfy and thrill you? Is there a trip? Is there an event? Is there an activity? I've talked personally, but in business, is there support that would feel so amazing? Are there opportunities that you would adore if they would just land on your doorstep? What would you like to say yes to? And we're going to widen that a little bit and say, this time next year, when we're in that 888 energy, what do we want to be true that we have been doing, that we have made happen, that we are so excited to talk about? This is that Jupiter and Mars energy. Jupiter also happens to be very much supported by Mercury. So this is why intentions, affirmations, wishes, and dreams are so beautiful right now. And in this beautiful portal where the sunlight is receiving starlight, we align ourselves with our biggest, boldest self. And we say yes. And we drink in that citrine for the ability to manifest. And we drink in that tiger's eye to have that power and that fuel and that clear-sightedness. We can see that fortune card and that opportunity card in our mind's eye. And we envision ourselves as the lioness or the lion, standing on the pride, overlooking our world, being seen on the stage, leading our life exactly the way we desire. This is Lionsgate. And so whenever you're ready, I'd like you to take a nice deep breath in. If you've had your eyes closed, you can open them. If you've had that soft gaze, that's beautiful. Feel your feet on the floor. If you're sitting, feel your seat on the chair. Feel yourself being supported by the earth. And take a moment to really relish that golden wrap, whether it was the sunlight or the starlight. Moonlight wants to come in right now. If it was that liquid gold, whatever. You can wear this throughout the day and the week and the month. You can say, you know what, I'm going to set that aside right now. I'm going to give a great gratitude to that energy, loving the grounded support and that beautiful connection to the heavens. We do thank the Lion's Gate, Sirius, the Sun, Leo, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Mercury, the Oracle, Citrine, and Tiger's Eye. And with that, we fill our hearts with what we have accomplished, with what we're really proud of and thankful for. And then what is to be, can be excited. Let us set the intention of being surprised and delighted as we say yes to the opportunities and to the fortune of our lives. Happy, happy Lionsgate.